Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh. I need to turn the music down, I think. I don't know audio levels. I was never good with that. Oh my goodness. Okay. Which button is it? This one. I think it's that one. I think it's that one. It's that button. There it is. Oh my goodness. I am exhausted. I moved some furniture today. The last of my stuff in. I was almost late. Traffic almost stopped me from getting in when I wanted to. I was almost stuck on the 405, but I was not. And here we are. And I don't have captions on. I don't remember even how to do that. I don't know what is the good method for that right now. Fuck the 405. All my homies hate the 405. Yeah. I am not in a closet. I am in my living room. This is my new humble abode. Hopper's over here. You could see his ear. Oh yeah, you could see his ear. There's his tail. Yeah, he's camera shy. Yeah. So I moved this dresser in here today. That's what I was going to get because I needed a spot for my TV, which my TV is in the kitchen because Hopper's eating a fly right now. If you heard that. I don't know what my mic is picking up, but that was him smacking against the door to go outside. Because I had it open earlier and the fly got on, and now that's his dinner apparently. So, but how is everyone doing? It has been, what was it, 292 days since our last genuine stream. We streamed once in Oregon. It was just like a totally scuffed one because I was using a hotspot. No camera because I couldn't get it set up. Yeah, so. Yeah, I've missed everybody. And I am glad to be back. And I'm glad to start streaming again and playing games again. Since I've been back, I've already played Dead by Daylight for more hours than I should. And that's only been like 2 days worth. Same with Raft and Minecraft. Those I've been catching up on because the new Raft update. And I wanted to play that for a very long time. So I finally did. Yeah, DBD does that. Oh gosh. So I've got, if y'all saw my setup post on Twitter, I've got my setup is pretty great now. I mean, it was great before, but in Oregon it was awful. I had an old desk that wasn't good for a modern computer, but I've got a nice standing desk. I am standing. My chair is actually still wrapped because I went to get my chair too today. It was my chair and my dresser. Oh, also, that's probably loud. I got my mouse pad today. I got the last of my stuff for my build, for my setup today. I think the last, because the last of my furniture and whatnot, and then I can, once I get this dresser set up and ready to go, I'll have my TV again and be able to play my PlayStation, stuff like that. Oregon stream doesn't count? Yeah. I'm no longer playing. Yeah, that's my fucking magnum opus Raft. I've had that Raft for well over a year. That's a Staticonized Raft, Statical. I saw him in chat earlier. He's who I play Raft with. Oh, perfect. Mousepad fits perfectly. This move was really easy. I did everything pretty much myself. I probably gained at least 5 pounds in muscle from just lifting every single piece of furniture myself. I didn't move it all into here, but I moved all my stuff from Oregon to California. I put it all into the, I used the pod shipping. I put them all into the shipping pods myself and then loaded them up and then shipped them off here. And then I had a mover and then they dropped the pods at my parents' house. And then we hired movers to bring all this stuff here because I was not bringing a 400-pound Coke machine up to a 5th floor. And my Coke machine's right there. It's right in the entryway. I fucking love that thing. The Coca-Cola thing, yeah, there it is. I was literally just, yeah, it's right there. It's right behind me. I kept pretty much all my furniture. The only thing, I got rid of some stuff because I didn't have room here because I'm going from I think 1,200 square foot 2-bedroom to 1-bedroom 800 square foot. So I had to get rid of a cabinet and that's about it, really. It was mostly just a big cabinet I had to get rid of and everything else kind of fit. I made it all work. Oh, and one of my couches. I have those 2 leather couches. I only have one in here. My other one is in my parents' garage until I actually have a place that has room for it again. So, yeah. But I'm in a place. Hopper is hanging out by the door. He wants to go out on the balcony because he loves it out there, but it's too loud out there because I have the highway right outside my window. So I don't want that open while I'm streaming because it gets loud because people like to go really fast. You Hopper in the Coke machine were what I cared about, so I'm all good now. Yeah, well, we're all here and we all made it safe. Let's see. What else is there to talk about? Because there's a lot. I'm trying to figure out what we go into first. Well, I want to say, so I hope y'all like my rebrand. I didn't make everything. So the problem with the turkeys was the turkeys stopped coming around when spring hit because my neighbors started doing construction and they started tearing down trees, and also they let their dogs out off leash, and so their dogs would come out, chase the turkeys. The turkeys said, fuck this place, don't care if there's food, I'm not coming back. I had the turkeys situated, they were totally hanging out in my barn, but yeah, they disappeared. I know that I would hear them sometimes, and then I started seeing deer around the time I left, so that was nice. Hopper liked to watch the deer. Hopper's a goofball. He's got animal aggression, so he can't go near other animals, but we keep our distance. But when he likes to stare at animals, he likes to watch them. He'll watch them through the window, and you know. I know, right? I was one of the funny things as I was designing this and I was like figuring out what style I wanted to go with, because I did want to go with the like 80s 90s vibe. Neither of those generations I was even alive for, which is hilarious, and that was kind of but it's also funny because although yes, I wasn't born in the 90s, I was born in 2000, which literally everything that people in the 90s had, I had too, and I experienced that. So it's still, you know, the aesthetic was still there in the early 2000s, so I still experienced that. And so a lot of the stuff I got from different sources. Some of the stuff I made, some of the stuff I found online, some of the stuff I bought. I didn't commission anything. It was mostly just like I purchased pre-made stuff and then turned it into just everything that you see. Yeah. So, and I noticed this screen, one thing that I'm going to change on it is my name's on it quite a lot. Because, like, it's got the little social things, but, you know, that's my social link now on, like, literally everything. So, you know, but it's on here, like, 4 times. So, it's a bit much, but it is what it is. Let's see. So, what else did we change? So, a lot of our... So, the alerts are not done. I'm not done with the alerts. I'm still putting those together. I was putting those together this morning. And then I had to go and pick up furniture. So, yeah. So I've got the sub and followers, and I'm doing those like completely. The alert animation I didn't make, but I'm having to like put the alert together entirely myself. So it takes a little bit longer than just using like a pre-done package like I've used in the past. So I'm having to take quite a lot of time to do that. Y'all can totally still call me Kermit, whatever you want. That was the name that most of you started following me with, and I'm not gonna get annoyed or upset or mad. I'm still gonna respond to it. Sometimes I still get weirded out when people call me Wyatt, because I've never gone by my actual name in a online space, like a public online space. I've used it on like private accounts with like people I know publicly, like people I know IRL. So this is the first time that I've that I've started to actually like have my name online. So when I hear people call me that, it takes me a second to register, because I'm like, my brain is listening for when I'm in a game or I'm online with friends. I'm listening for Kermit still. I still have to get used to not listening for that. I mean, I'll still listen for it because, like you all said, you still want to call me that. So I still have to... I still gotta, you know, get better at realizing what my name is. So... My blood sugar's been a bit all over the place the past week because moving has made it difficult. Yeah. Yeah, it's I like it though. I'm glad it's the name. I mean, it's my first name and my middle name, and I've been using it as on private alts and stuff as my user for a very long time. And the problem was it was available on everything. Every platform I go to, it's available, because it's not something that you typically see, because it's my first name and then my middle name, which is also an Italian word. So it's not a popular combo that people just throw into Twitter and suddenly that's their name. You know, it's not a randomly generated one. It's a actual, you know, to the naked eye, it might just look like someone spammed the keyboard, but no, that's my name. And so yeah, I had a couple socials but all my Cosmic Kermit ones were Cosmic Kermit with no underscore. There's a tail down there. It was Cosmic Kermit with an underscore on the end, one in the middle, 2 on the end, an X on the front, you know, having to... Because that was too common of a moniker to have as everywhere on my own that I wanted. So if I didn't snag it up early in those social media days, I wasn't going to get it. So with this, every account I've changed to it, I have gotten it. No issue. Which is really great. You're using your spoons with noodle soup? Ooh, I need to make dinner too. I'm gonna eat late tonight, but that's okay. I've got some. I actually have food in my fridge. This is the first night that I actually have food in my fridge, as well, because this is. I wanted to stream really bad, so I was like, no, I'm setting it for the 20th, and this morning I was like planning, trying to be like, okay, I'm picking up furniture at 4:30. I gotta load it, and then I gotta drive it. I'll be there at 5:30, and then I can unload, and then I'll have plenty of time to, like, you know, get back into the groove, and then 6 o'clock is the stream. No, I got the furniture in the door, placed at 6:50 or 5:54. And I was like, oh, fuck. So I think I hit the go live button at 6:01, because as soon as I set this down, I came over here, unlocked my computer, and hit go live. Oh, yeah. I'm really happy with the name change, though, because it felt, I was having there was a lot that I was going through in Oregon, and I had I don't want to say, not like a split personality, but I was having an existential crisis about my identity. Fly. Hopper, get him. So having that, not related to my, like, names and gamer tags and stuff, having that just in general, and then logging into Twitter and having a name I no longer necessarily liked as my gamer tag, and another tag that I did like that was very different from my current one. Having those two alternating account names on different platforms was making things difficult, and yeah, really fucking with me more than I needed to be. So yeah, so at the end of the day, Oregon was nice. I don't regret it. I got Hopper. I've got some great life experience. And I'm happy to have been there. But I'm also really happy to be home. Because just being back here, I mean, just even when I ultimately came to the decision and was finally comfortable with saying, because there was a very long time where I was fighting myself and saying, because I felt bad that I moved all the way to Oregon, and then I was like, I don't want to be here. I want to come back to California. I was I was lying to myself, saying, no, you love it here. Oh, it's great. Yeah, it's having a great time. Yeah, so I mean, part of the reason I got Hopper was because he was my attempt of being like, oh, see, this place isn't for me necessarily, it's for him. But in the end, he was actually the last straw in making me be like, okay, I need to move back. Because there was a lot of issues there that made it very difficult for me to be comfortable with him there. Like I said, my neighbors did not keep their dogs locked up or inside or on a leash or anything. So their dogs would just roam onto my property whenever they wanted. And I cannot have that happen with Hopper because, like I said, he doesn't like other animals, and he gets aggressive, and he will bite, and he will hurt them. So I cannot have that. So I had to, anytime Hopper was out, he was right by my side on a leash. And I hated that I had to do that, especially on a property like that where I'd like to let him roam free. And there was a lot of things like that that just made him be the final, like, okay, I'm going to go somewhere where I'm, like, comfortable. And, I have to keep him on a leash here anyways, because we don't have a yard. He just goes out on the balcony when he wants to. But otherwise, when we go out, when we go for walks and stuff, he stays on his leash, obviously. And it's no different than it was there. But it's just the location of being able to do that. Being in a outdoor setting and then not being able to necessarily go outdoors freely is different from being in an apartment setting and being in your apartment. So yeah, he's very reactive to other dogs. And the thing is, he's like, when he's on his leash, he's great. He does not care about other dogs. Like, he will, unless the other dog barks at him, he'll bark back. But Otherwise, he's just like, get the fuck away from me. That's more so what it is. He's just like, I don't want to fuck with other dogs, because he was a rescue stray, and he had to fend for himself against other dogs for his food. So he's just doesn't trust other dogs, and so if they get too close to him, that's when he's like, just get the fuck away from me. I don't want you. There he is. There's Hopper. I don't think we've actually had him like full face on stream, but he doesn't like to be picked up, and I don't want to force him to go somewhere where he doesn't, because he is still getting used to the new place, and I don't want him to be uncomfortable. So there he is, just hanging out. Hi, bud. Hi. What? Goodness. Oh my goodness. I need to get, when I find the box that has all my other cables, I'll get my old webcam, and I'll probably set up a doggy cam like Alyssa has. Yeah, and it's nice here because most people do keep their dogs on leashes because it is a required rule here. Some people obviously don't, but I am, because of Hopper's, issues, I keep a very close eye on him when we're walking. He is, in my grip tightly, and he goes on his harness. And what's great is his harness, I just bloop, pick him up like a crane if I need to. If it comes down to it, just bloop, because he's not that big. He's about 30 pounds. So Poggies does work. He works better than he ever has, if I'm being completely honest. Because I think they finally fixed the lower end Stream Deck to where it's actually fast and it actually is responsive instead of taking 10 minutes. Yeah, so he's good in his harness, and he's great in the car too, which is nice because I don't like to leave him here alone a lot. Like when I ran to get this furniture, he came with me. I just put him in his harness and I load him in the back of my car, and we just go for a ride. Yeah, and I mean, he came from the East Coast, Hopper. So he likes the car, kind of. He doesn't have an issue with it, I'll say that. I don't know if he necessarily likes it, but he doesn't have an issue with it. Yeah, he's good in the car. He doesn't necessarily, I think it makes him anxious in the car a lot. But I'd rather him be with me than alone in here a lot of the time. So, I'd rather him have 10 minutes of him being right behind me where I can still pet him and try and calm him, rather than him being alone in here for 10 minutes and 30 minutes getting, freaked out. So, by a dog passing or something. So, yeah. Yeah, he's great. We're still learning some stuff. He's still learning manners. Although he doesn't like dogs, he loves people. He loves people a little too much, because sometimes we just want to go to the park. I don't want to have to stop and have a conversation as he's jumping on them. Because his beds, and because he's got 2 beds over here, because like I said, it's a mess in here right now. I had to make room. Usually his bed will probably go right here. So when we start streaming, you'll see him most of the time. He's dragging his second bed. Hopper? Yeah, you don't need to do that. Oh. Yeah, I am. When there's fireworks, I give him CBD. Fireworks is what he gets. CBD is what he gets for fireworks, because those make him anxious. Hi, Kayla. How you doing? He is really smart. I mean, he's a cattle dog, so cattle dogs are very smart. Yes, he actually has 4 beds. He's a spoiled, rotten brat. But I am an enabler, so you know, it is what it is. He's got one in the bedroom. He's got a hammock on the balcony. That just got here. He's got that bed he's in, and then he's got his bed that was his bed when I rescued him. Your dog loves people. You'll never forget the day. He had too much slack on his leash. Oh no. Yeah, I've never had a dog that's been like a people lover. I've always had, because usually people hear rescue, and rescues are usually like, oh god, not people, and they're terrified of people because most of the time they're rescued from a bad home. But no, he loves people. He has no issues with people. It's just dogs. And I mean, he sniffed my parents' cat, which is, I mean, technically my cat, but my parents' cat. He sniffed the cat and he had no issues. Sometimes he'll like, you know, want to go for like a, you know, an attack. But I've always, like, when I was staying at my parents', because before I got this place, I was staying with my parents for about a week. So I was carrying him everywhere. Every time I had to go somewhere, he would either be waiting in the room for me, in my old room, or I'd be carrying him. And so sometimes if he would try and go for the kitty cat. And then he liked the horse. The horse, when we lived in Oregon, he did like our neighbor horse. And then the turkeys, I never got a chance to know how he felt about them. We had one interaction with the turkeys, because the turkeys, that was the point. I got him when I had the strongest relationship with my turkeys. And so the turkeys, they were curious about him. They came over to say hi, and I held him tight so he wouldn't go for like a run at him. But they didn't like him. So, yeah. He was scanning for rescues. Yeah, as soon as I got there, because I was in a pretty bad mindset and completely alone. I was like, I want a dog. And there was a really cute one that I saw, but I wasn't working yet. I didn't have a job. So I was like, okay, I can't get they won't, give me a rescue if I can't pay for the rescue. Like, if I can't afford to start doing stuff for him, then, not going to happen. So if I can't pay for food and vet and stuff like that for him, they're not going to let me have him. And that was another dog. That was a pit bull healer mix. So it was half of what Hopper is and then half of what Dolly is. And her name was Oreo, and she was adorable. But that one didn't work out. I did apply, but I never actually got anything back because, like I said, I didn't have a job. So, but in the end, I am so happy I got my little fox, because he looks like a fox. Sometimes with his ears. He really does. Yeah, so we were talking about the new overlays and stuff, right? And then I started going on a Hopper tangent, because that's just my life. Hopper tangents. Also, I did say he has 4 beds. Technically, he has 5 because he also has my bed, and I don't really, it's technically his bed. So, but so the overlay stuff, the alerts are not done. As you saw, they're still the old alerts, and I don't think they have sounds. I'm surprised they were even on. I didn't know I even actually had a. Excuse me. I didn't know I actually had a screen for the alert box on here anymore, because I'm pretty sure I deleted that, but I guess not. So I was working on those earlier, and they'll probably be done tomorrow, because we're going to stream DBD tomorrow, and I want to have the alerts for that. So we'll have those done tomorrow. I also have all my sound bites that I'm using for them, and I'm excited to show those, which I'm glad that those aren't going off, because those will reveal tomorrow when they're done, because I'm going to work on that probably tonight and tomorrow morning. Hi, Ghost Guy. How you doing? Oh my goodness. How is your day? And Doom Goose. Did I say hello, Doom Goose? I know I didn't say hello to a lot of the people who came in at first. Also, my chat's here, so when I do this, I'm I'm rubbing you. That's what I'm doing. I'm rubbing chat. So it has been long. No, I do. I know. I think I follow you on Twitter. I know who you is. Don't worry. Yeah. I missed all of you a lot, and honestly, I am so thankful for all of you guys. Cool Steve is making a return. I was gonna put my cream flap on. I might tomorrow if I can find it, but I've got it somewhere. I've got my costume somewhere. Jason, how you doing? I've missed you. How's your day? Yeah, I was doing some cool Steve antics last night with Liz, and that was a great time. I have thoroughly missed DBD, and also because we're gonna be doing. I have so many games I need to catch up on. Like I think VHS just came out, right? I gotta play VHS. So also, I'll go into that right now, Suzer. Our little like token redemption thing is totally redone. It's early access. That's what it is. Thank you, Alyssa. So I redid all of our challenges. So if y'all see that, I'm really happy with how the icon came out. The actual coin icon, like the redemption, like points, I made it an arcade coin slot, a 25 cents coin slot, because I thought that was a really cool idea, because I wanted an arcade token, but I couldn't find an asset of an arcade token that I really liked, because it just looked like a coin, and I wanted it to be like an actual like arcade thing. And so then I was like, well, where do you actually put the token? And so I made that. I actually made the token, the return button. I made that in because I got in my last week in Oregon, I went and got an iPad. It's an iPad. It's in a composition book, wrapping. But I got that, and so the last week or so I was in Oregon, I was really putting together a lot of this stuff. Now, like I said, I didn't make all of this. I need to compile all the artists and credit everybody who I used the assets that I got from, because the little ones, these below me, I made these ones below me. The background I got from, it's like a default Adobe that I have, that I have licensing for, so I used it. The logo, this one, right? The logo right here, I got from a pack. It's the same pack that I got the actual like borders from. So the logo and the borders I got from the same pack, and I kind of like redrew them to get them higher quality. So, but I bought the pack, and then like I said, I'm gonna have an artist thing that I need to do to fix, to put all the artists and their links to their socials, so y'all can support and see who actually like made the assets. I just put them all together to make them look cool. But like I was saying, so the arcade tokens, the point redemption, and then the actual icons are little like arcade like plug and play joysticks, which I also thought were cool, which I didn't make. I got those from somebody. Same thing with our new sub badges, which are I'm totally forgetting the word, and that's embarrassing. But the little mixtapes, that's it. The little mixtapes, those are really cool. And then I don't have if you have a higher tier, how there's the little sparkle on the corner to showcase that you have like a tier 2 or 3. I don't have one of those yet. I need to get one. I need to make one or something. Cassettes. You are my hero, Myra. Thank you. That's the word. Yes, cassette tapes. Yeah, so the point redemptions are those little Joy-Cons, and there's a couple new ones in here, I think. There's a couple new ones. Yeah, there's Monkey Moment, and that's the new one. But there's quite a few new ones that aren't on, that I haven't turned on yet because I'm not ready to turn them on. Monkey Moment's not ready either. So if you have 100,000, don't spend it. Don't buy Monkey Moment yet because I still need to get some stuff for that. Oh my gosh, Jason! Goodness, thank you for the gifting 5 subs. I have not gone through any of my alerts. I feel like Jason because I got to go through and catch up with my alerts because I haven't at all. Gosh, y'all are just amazing. You know that? Okay, let's see here. I think also because I don't have alert sounds right now because they're not the alerts need to be updated still. I was in the middle of changing them. So we're a little off, but we'll get there. You know, we'll get there. Tomorrow we'll have all our alerts nice and smoothed out, and then I'll be back on it. I also have to get used to having the giant chat because I've got the sideways monitor now over here, like I said, where I was, you know, touching the monitor there. I've got that sideways monitor, so I'm not used to looking over here all the time. I'm more so looking because I just have OBS open in the front. I'm looking at the chat on I'm looking at the chat you see on screen, the one on the little side there. That was an old one, isn't it? Isn't that follow from Silly Old? Well, thank you for the follow. Yeah, we'll get the updates or the alerts fixed soon. And then let's see. I'm trying to think what other icons we changed. Hydrate. Oh yeah. Oh my gosh. Filtered water. You know, it's not something you necessarily think about all that much when you just have access to it. But when you live in the woods and it's not something that is necessarily directly available, nice, fresh, filtered water, when you have it directly in your refrigerator with an ice maker too, by the way. I didn't have an ice maker. I was having to hand make my ice cubes if I was going to have ice at all. My water consumption was definitely lower than it should have been when I was in Oregon because it was a pain to drink water. Because there was a lot of a process to it. Because if I wanted to, I had to use a Brita filter. And it was just all this stuff. But I keep 2 things of water at my desk now because I drink so fucking much. Because I got filtered water. I had to hand punch my own ice, exactly. I had to take my pickaxe and just chip it out. You just got on that ice maker's life for the first time. Oh yeah, it's nice. It's nice. I mean, I had an ice maker before Oregon, and I forgot how wonderful it was. I mean, when I came down to Southern California, like, because I took 2 trips down here before I moved, just because I was coming to visit for my birthday and a couple other things. Having the ice maker at my parents' house, I was like, oh my God, I miss this. And that was another thing that was kind of like, oh, you know, either I need to get one of these or I need to move away and, you know, move to somewhere more civilized. And so that's what I did. It's all because of the ice, honestly, 100%. Only reason I moved is because I needed an ice maker. Couldn't have gone and bought one. I needed an ice maker. Mm-hmm. It's not like hard labor. I mean, like putting the thing under the faucet, the tray, and then putting it in the freezer, and then emptying the tray. It was just a pain in my butt. It just made wanting to have fresh, ice cold water an ordeal instead of just drink some water. It really is. I mean, and y'all know me. No, that wasn't Hopper. He's back there. Back there. You can see his big little tummy. Can we ban Alyssa for wanting to drink room temperature water? I honestly, I do love hearing how people like their water, because it's like, it's such a fascinating thing, because it just, it showcases taste buds, and it shows how everybody is so different, because I know people who like it cold. I know people who like it room temperature. I know people who like their water warm, and I like my water filled to the brim with ice. I like ice water. But that's also because I kind of run hot, and it cools me down having the ice water. So, because sometimes I'll leave, like if I'm in a restaurant, they always give you ice water. Sometimes I'm leaving a restaurant after drinking like 3 glasses of water, and I'm like shivering because I'm so cold from all the ice water I had. You just like cold water. Yeah, that's fair, pup. That's fair. Warm water is very common in Eastern Asia. Didn't know that. Only 95 degrees sparkling water over here. Sparkling water is not no. I went to this place that was like, it was like a fancy restaurant I went to a couple weeks ago. And gosh, rich people are funny, because it was like, it was a lot of like super, super duper rich people. And they asked, like the waiter asked, I said, I just want water. And they were like, sparkling or regular? And I just kind of like laughed, like, because I genuinely forget that people actually like that stuff. And I just laughed because I was like, oh, right. No, just regular. Because I'm not going to ever touch sparkling water. I had sparkling water in high school once. And it was the worst day of high school ever. That day I had that sparkling water. Everything was downhill from there. I genuinely blame all of my life problems on that sparkling water I had a sip of. I don't think they like it. I think it's just another one of those scams to get their money of like, it's water, but better, but you can't make water better. Water is perfect. Water is you go in the dictionary, you open the page that has perfect, and you are genuinely splashed. Like, you are in the splash zone. So, Water Plus. Yeah, Water Plus. Yeah, subscription only water. You have to pay for the bubbles. You use it to get yourself off of drinking soda, and it worked really well. Nice. See, I'm really like, there's a lot of things that I've had to kick in the past. Either if it's like, general stuff, or stuff that's like, genuinely addictive substances. I have always been just a cold turkey person. Like, when I've just been like, okay, I'm not doing this anymore, about 9 times out of 10, I'm just done with it. And I'm really thankful that I'm that way. Because if I'm like, because I did that with soda in high school. The start of high school, my first 2 years of high school, I would barely drink water. It was always soda and milk. That was what I would drink. And then I was just like, I don't want to drink this stuff anymore, because I like read something about, soda being bad, and I stopped drinking it. And I've had soda every now and then. Because sometimes I need soda. If it's the only thing, if I need something with sugar for my blood sugar, sometimes I'll have a Coke or something if I need to. But I don't keep that in my house, or my apartment. So I'm like, most of the time I keep apple juice is what I use for my blood sugar. Most of the time I keep a nice big thing of apple juice and just chug the fuck out of that. Yeah. So, but I'm glad that I've always been that way, because I know it's not the case for a lot of people. But I've been able to just be like, okay, it's not good for me. that should be enough for me to know I'm done. And then I can usually be done with it. So that's always nice. Apple juice is good, and it's nice that it's like, you know, for my blood sugar. So it's like, you know, when I'm at the store today, they always look at me funny when I have like 4 apple juices, like the giant apple juices. When I got like 4 of those in my cart, they're just like, "What are you, a baby?" And I'm like, "Fuck yeah, I am." Your pineapple juice? I have pineapple juice too, but that's more so in like my cocktail cabinet. So. Yeah, I mean, well, here's the thing with caffeine for me. Another reason that I stopped drinking soda is because caffeine had no genuine, like... Caffeine didn't caffeinate me. It didn't energize me. Caffeine just fucking made my heart thump. Like, I would just feel my heart thumping, and I hated that. And that was one of the reasons I had to stop, because it was like... It's not actually doing anything for me. It's just making me paranoid. So I couldn't keep drinking soda. But yeah, I haven't had soda in a very long time. I think I had a cream soda in Oregon. That was it. Yeah, and it was because it was what they had, and I needed something for my blood sugar. That was the last thing of soda I had. You made tea today because you're getting sleepy. Tea's good. Tea's good. I have stuff for tea, and I keep almond milk in my fridge, but I more so do my almond milk for cereal. But I don't have cereal, so I just have milk. Yeah. Caffeine makes you feel like a superhero. Well, see, that's the thing is caffeine is different for some people. Caffeine for me doesn't do anything. I mean, I used to drink soda like before bed, like caffeinated soda before bed, and then I go to bed fine. But who knows? That probably fucked up my sleeping ability because Lord knows I can't sleep these days. And I need medication to sleep. So who knows? Maybe I fucked myself forever. Yeah, tea's good. I don't drink tea or coffee or anything. It's really just water and apple juice is my drinks of choice. And I think that's it. Alcohol, a White Claw, maybe. Which I meant to have one. I was gonna have one over here because I told y'all to bring drinks, didn't I? Hot chocolate is good. I tried to make hot chocolate once when I was in Oregon, but somehow I fucked it up because look at me. Of course I fuck it up. Yeah, your vape pen, you do not drink though. That's fair. I didn't used to drink. We'll leave it at that. I do on occasion now. But yeah, sometimes it's nice to... Was that the fly? Did y'all see that? Or was that like a ghost orb? I think that was a ghost orb. I didn't see... I keep my ghost hunting stuff in my car. I have like a compartment in the back of my Jeep. But it's like a secret compartment. I just saw him. I don't know where he went. He's gone. Yeah, I keep my ghost hunting stuff. He's in my hand. He's dead. You did overnight ghost hunting? Oh my god. Yeah, I have like I keep EMF and thermometer, like the point and clicky one. And then I have salt and a couple other things. I got a ghost journal. Yeah, I keep a little ghost hunting kit in the back of my car, but it also is like, oh, and I keep like lighters and some candles and stuff. So, yeah. You went to a haunted opera theater? That is so cool. Well, okay, so I think I can just kind of... There's chat, but you could see my my balcony door isn't a screen door, it's just a glass door. Hi, Hopper. It's just a glass door. And so when he wants to go out, I just leave it open. And the flies just, they just like to come in an open door and then not know how to leave an open door. So, yeah. It's, it is what it is. So, yeah. I don't care. You gonna my that red thing is my fly swatter for if I'm like on the couch. You're pretty sure your new house is haunted? Well, I know that my parents' house is haunted. There's two or three people died in it. And I know that one night when I was walking around, because it was like the night that I got my EMF thing, I was just goofing around, walking around, and I walked to this spot where I know one of them died. And I walked right through that spot. EMF was 0. Jumped up. Went straight to 5 as I walked through that spot. And that was honestly one of the things that actually made me believe in ghosts, was when I did that. Because I got the EMF thing and it was more like, haha, it's funny because I play Phasmophobia. And then I was goofing around with it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I always thought that was interesting. You don't know all of Twitch to have an idea where you live. Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah, I mean, my view is fucking awesome. But I haven't talked about it or said anything that I can see or where I am because nobody needs to know that. Like, I'd love to post pictures of my view, but I'm not going to because it's, you know, privacy. So yeah, it's something that's like, you know, privacy concerns, especially with the way the internet has a lot of not so decent people on it. It's definitely a necessary precaution that you have to have when you are a content creator. Dogs wake you up every night around 3:30, and there was one night that you think you saw a shadow figure while you were peeing. Nice. You can't use the internet unless you're a verified good person. You're goddamn right. You're goddamn right. Yeah. Let's see. So, because I also changed. So in our overlays here, I can let's swap to this one. I don't think there's anything in here. Yeah, the transition is gonna get changed. It's not gonna say transition. Do it again here. The transition is gonna say, you know, probably white arrest egg and like every fucking thing else does on my channel, because my name's everywhere. But the person I got that asset from, they do it themselves. They change that themselves. They don't give you like the After Effects file, so I have to wait for them. And they are on vacation, so that transition is just going to say transition until it's not going to. I might even have it say nothing. I might just have it be the box or put like a squiggly in there or something, but for now it just says that. So it is what it is. So otherwise, I'm trying to think other stuff that I've changed out. Our panels, obviously, down below, like below the whole stream, not these ones like right here. The ones below stream, like you gotta get really far down there. All the way down there. Yeah, you go down all the way down. Those panels are new. I had to make two of them, because they weren't actually commands yet, and I need to make a couple more. But I was doing those on my iPad, and it's really difficult on my iPad to change those. It's so weird to me that people know your name now. I love the. I started. I think what really started me having people know my name is Animal Crossing. Because because my name on Animal Crossing on my island is Wyatt, and it was that when I was streaming as Cosmic Kermit still. So I think that was kind of the first intro to my name being like a public thing. And then when I moved to Oregon, I didn't swap my actual like gamer tag. I swapped my like the name piece on Twitter to Wyatt because a couple of my socials were already Wyatt Arreste. That's the only way you knew your name and it felt illegal. Yeah, it's difficult to kind of weigh who like wants their name said or who wants their gamer tag said, because there are some people who, I mean, there's some people who I've known them as a gamer tag, but when I was introduced, like when I got introduced to them, everyone else called them by their name, so I called them by their name, not their gamer tag. And there's other people who go by their gamer tag, and I've always called them by their gamer tag, even though I know their name. And it's usually just kind of, I just follow the flow of what they go with and what other people go with. That's just the way it is. And you won't call me by my Steam name? Why not? Why won't you call me the SS Butterscotch Ussie? That is my name. That's the new rebrand, actually. That is the second rebrand. Hey, Rebel, how you doing? It's good to see you, too. I wonder who knew that was last night. I changed that a couple weeks ago. When I got my iPad, I changed it. Because I started actually, because I went through... Because I did my rebrand in Oregon, and I just changed the socials that I could access on my phone. Because all I had, by the way, when I was in Oregon, I was on a phone. That was it. Everything I ever did was on a phone. All I did was on my phone. Anything I did online was from my iPhone. And then I got that iPad, and the last week I was there, I did a couple things from my computer. Like I did that one stream we did in Oregon. Good night, Myra. Thank you so much for coming out and hanging out. I appreciate you. It was good to see you too. Thank you for coming and hanging out today. How long have we been? Where do you find that? Where do I find that? Hold on. How long have we been going? We've been going for an hour. Wow. I just keep on talking and talking and talking. Where was I? Oh yeah, so I did most of my stuff on my phone. I had my computer, but it really was like, especially because I didn't have internet, so my computer was not very helpful. There's nothing really I could do on there. So for the most part, it was all on my phone. And then that last week I was there, I got my iPad, and that's when I started to I went and I changed all my passwords and stuff, and I set up 2-factor, and I just organized all my stuff. So that was really nice. And I changed my Steam name when I did that, and it was when I was rewatching all of Stranger Things, because I watched all 4 seasons in 2 days, and then drove 12 hours to California. Yeah, that was fun. But I was on season 3 when that happened, and I was like, all right, you know what? SS Butterscotch, Scoops Ahoy. Cool, Steve. You got to do it to him. Long days. Yeah, no, I think it was probably about 3-4 days that I ended up watching all of it, because I was doing a season a day. I was like, here we go. I just need to watch all these. Because I didn't... One, I 100% paid for Netflix to watch it. Totally. Because yes. I didn't want to do the whole wait for the second half of it. So I kind of just once I was the day away from the second part coming out, I just watched all of it. Once I had a few days before the second part was releasing, I rewatched all of it. And then went to see and then the day after I finished, those next 2 episodes came out. So It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I love it. Steve is great. You can't go wrong with Steve. I've also got I had ordered well, I got new sunglasses coming, and they're actually, so instead of actually having to wear, when I do the cool Steve next time, instead of actually having to wear my sunglasses over my glasses, I have prescription sunglasses coming like next week. So I think a lot of them do. I know a lot of them do music. It's interesting. Because I'm pretty sure Dustin's actor does. I think he does like Broadway stuff. Pretty sure he does like plays and shit like that. And that's pretty cool. And I'm pretty sure quite a few of them do that kind of stuff and are, stage actors. And then also some of them are musicians and make music. He's a member of the band Post Animal. There it is. Is he? I don't know. I don't keep up with it. I see some stuff on Twitter and I remember it was because Robin's actor also has music just under her name. Okay. It was the reason they did the big, like the never ending story thing was because he could actually sing because he was a theater kid, I guess. So I thought that was cool. I think that's, yeah, something like that. It was when season 3 came out and they were talking about it, and it was because he actually had the background to do so. They've done a bunch of shows. Okay, yeah, that's really cool. I love that for them. I don't think anybody has like the badges, but we also have new bit badges. And then there's another one too. I don't remember which one it is. Because there's the bit badges. Okay, so the bit badges. I haven't talked this much in a very long time, so my voice is going. I've been talking online for like the past 3 days straight because I've been catching up with people online and stuff like that. So it's been a lot of talking, and so my throat and my voice have not been used to it, because the most talking I was doing was to Hopper and a thank you at the store. Oh my gosh, right, Ventress? Yeah, she is. It's Uma Thurman. Is it Thurma or Thurman? I don't remember the last name, but her and Ethan Hawke, right? Yeah, no, she is like if you use one of those apps that combines, she is a perfect combination of those two. It is cool. It's genuinely cool looking at her because she looks like a perfect blend. So yeah, I've been drinking a lot of water because my throat is gonna go again soon. It is a cartoon combination, a perfect cartoon combination. It is really cool. So as I was saying, bit badges, and then there's one other type of badge. I thought I might be wrong. Is there another type of badge, or am I taking goofy pills? I think it's the bit ones. I wish there was alerts, but there's no noise alerts right now. There's just the old alerts because I gotta fix them. That's just the current bit, but there should be at 100 bits, so you should have. I should do the alert verbally. Well, I think it's like badoo 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 is the bit one, because it's like the the chime. So I think I was close. But thank you for those 100 bits. I don't see the badge. I just see the bit leader, as in like you're number 1 in our biddies. Are we not just doing that at home? But the bit badges are really cool. They're little sunglasses, and I really liked them. They matched the cassette tape badges. They're the same like color scheme, because they're by the same artist. So I got those, and they're sunglasses, and I was like, this is perfect for Cool Steve. Like, how could I not go with the sunglasses? Yeah, so there should be one for 100 biddies. And it says people have them. But I think you might need to, because you're on mobile, I don't know if you can actually equip your badges on mobile. Because it's one of those things you gotta like go into your settings of your view. And then, do that. So as it is right now, thank you for bringing that up, actually, Violet. Because as it is right now, I don't. I am still moving in, and I still have a lot of other IRL stuff that I'm taking care of. But I at least... Yes, you have it. Good job. Great. Yes, there it is, Kayla. Yeah. It's the little... So there you can see our adorable little... our adorable little sunglasses. Yeah, and so there's different colors for each tier. So if you have the bit badge, you can equip that in your badge options, if you know how to do that. So I think you like click on your profile and like edit view or something like that. Yeah, so those are super fun. And there's, I think, do I still have it open? Yeah, so there's one at 100, one at 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, 25,000, 50,000, 75,000, 100, 200. And the 200,000 one is rainbow, and it's really cool. And honestly, I want it. I want them IRL. I want those glasses. Yeah, so those are all the bit badges. And then the sub badges are the cassette tapes. And then let me check. I think those are the only 2 badges we got. Because... Yeah. So I don't think there's another badge. Yeah, so it's just those 2. Because there's no other like badge options. It's just the bits and the subs are the only badge options that you get. But there will be alerts tomorrow. I'm going to work on those after we're done streaming tonight. And then... trying to think what else needs to be changed. There is a couple other things I'm gonna do, and then there's a couple other rewards I'm gonna add to our rewards and challenges or whatever. And I think I also changed around our prices a little bit. But yeah. Nice. Look at that. You got the 1,000. You got the green glasses. That's cool. That's cool. Ooh, stream loots. That's another thing we can talk about. One, I don't think our bot is working because I haven't reconnected the bot. That also reminds me. The bot is currently on vacation. You have to call it a night? That's okay. It's okay. I appreciate you coming in and saying hi because I miss you too. And we need to game soon. We need to do Grounded and DVD and Evil Dead and everything in between because those are all games I intend to play. So I think we were talking about that at the start. I didn't really finish that sentence, but because I'm like so many, thought trains going on. But we're going to be doing DVD. We're going to be doing VHS. We're going to be doing Evil Dead. We're going to be doing Grounded. And then I'm also going to be doing just a bunch of different video stuff on my YouTube. My YouTube, I have a lot of video stuff I want to make. That is going to vary from Raft to Fallout to fucking Skyrim, probably. That are all video ideas that I've had in my notebook for a very long time. And I finally want to actually do them. So I'm going to. And once I'm settled in and I don't have all this stuff behind me and I finished moving in, I'm going to be trying to get, I don't know if I'm going to stream those games, like those last few that I was just talking about, Skyrim, Fallout, all those ones. I'm not necessarily saying I'm going to stream those. I might do Skyrim because I know that's a pretty popular category that a lot of people like to play. But there's a lot of videos of content that I want to make, because something that I also used to do that not a lot of people know, is I used to make mods for Fallout. I worked briefly on the Fallout 4 New Vegas project. I worked briefly on the Fallout London project. I was more so a consultant for that one. And they used my work as references. And there was one other project. I cannot remember which one it was because it was the first one I did and I didn't really stick to it. That's a little known unit of measure, not a lot of many. But yeah, so I used to do that, and I would like to actually start making that kind of stuff again. And I would very much so like to make, videos of it and then put it onto my YouTube. And yeah, so Raft is another thing. I posted a picture of my Raft the other day. I'd like to do a video tour of my Raft once it's done. The interior is not complete. I'm in the middle of overhauling it because I've had that since the last chapter released. Not the current one that just came out, the one before that. I've had that Raft since then. And I wanted to make a video before I moved, but I never got around to it because I kept distracting myself. And yeah, Raft is so fun, and I need to finish the new chapter. I'm almost done. But yeah, there's what's the word? There's that thing I got to do. I got to make that video. That's what I got to finish it so then I can make the video. It needs the interior to be done. But it's really cool inside. It's got a captain's quarters. It's got a first mate quarters in the actual tower, along with the bridge up at the top, all designed using the assets provided. I tried to make it look as realistic as possible to an actual freighter ship. And then the cargo, most of the cargo crates can go inside of, and they have different things in them that are used as kind of like a little cargo crate town, technically. With my farms and stuff on them. And then downstairs, there's obviously the engines. And then in the front, there's a couple quarters, and there's also a small infirmary. And just a couple other little areas underneath. And then I've got a couple things I'm building on it right now. I'm building some lifeboats on it. And then, yeah, but it's really cool and I really do love it. And it was a thing I wanted to build for a while in Raft, but before they came out with the renovation update, it didn't look good. I could never build it look good because the old walls look like shit and you can't, they're not fully structured. So I could never make it look how I wanted to. But after that, I was finally able to get it where I wanted, and I've just been working on it since that update came out, and it just looks awesome, and I love my Raft. So yeah, I intend to do a video tour of that. I intend to do some Fallout 76 stuff video-wise. A big thing that I'd really like to get into is, because most people I play games with know this about me. When it comes to, y'all kind of know it too. Valheim, any of our Valheim streams we would do, y'all saw my builds. That shit was fucking awesome. I'm a the best when it comes to building stuff. And I would genuinely like to turn that into some content, because it was something I did on before it was something I started doing, like streaming, as I was like prepping to move and moving away. So it wasn't something that I prioritized, but it's something that I would really like, and it was something I wanted to do, and it's something I'd really like to prioritize for YouTube content. So I am fully intending to have YouTube be a lot of like interior decorating and exterior decorating in certain games, for just showcasing stuff and doing like time lapses of me building things in different games in Minecraft and Valheim. I want to do some Animal Crossing stuff. I don't know if necessarily know if I'm going to stream Animal Crossing. I never did enjoy my Animal Crossing streams. I felt they were too slow paced with my energy. When I play Animal Crossing, I'm a very quiet person and I just kind of get lost in it. So streaming it is very difficult for me to stay engaged with my game and also with chat and everything. So I never liked my streams. So I'd like to just make video content of Animal Crossing. I'd like to do video content of like some Stardew. I'd like to start my own Stardew farm. And Grounded, like I said earlier, I'd like to do a little bit of Grounded, and do some Grounded builds. And I'd like to stream Grounded. I'd like to stream Grounded because it also kind of has the vibe of my new box here, my new branding box here. It's got a similar vibe to that. So I'd like to stream that, but I'd also I might do some creative builds and do like some videos here and there of that stuff as well, because I just want to do that. That is something that I wanted to do, but again, I was distracting myself and then I moved and it just never happened. So, I'm talking very fast, so I have to keep catching my breath. Yes, so I did hear about the Grounded show. It's getting an animated show. I think it's by one of the guys who worked on Clone Wars, which is really exciting because Clone Wars is like one of my favorite shows ever. An amazing animated show. So yeah, there's a lot of... I don't know necessarily when the YouTube content is going to be happening, but it will be. And there's going to be... Obviously, I'm going to try and do highlight stuff for... I want to try and do... Because I only did like a month or two of monthly highlights. But I'd like to do... I have a very strong... Being isolated and alone in Oregon really helped show me what I wanted. And I realized that making content is something that gave me great joy, and I let that fire kind of die because I focused on something that I shouldn't have instead, and I deeply regret that. And so I'm back and I'm going to pursue all the things that I didn't let myself pursue before because I told myself it wasn't important compared to the other thing that definitely was not in the end. Yeah, totally. I think we still have a clip thing. I am going through the Discord right now. As you saw, I don't know if anybody was watching as I was putting that first announcement in today. I completely cleared out the announcements because it was just time to get rid of them all because it's starting fresh on the announcements because new brand, new everything, starting fresh. So I'm going to be going through the Discord a little bit. Some chats might disappear. Some chats might get cleared or renovated or whatever. But Discord is going to get a little bit of a bump up and revive. Because now that I have my computer again, I can actually use Discord a little bit. A big thing in Oregon, like I said, I only had my phone, and Discord mobile really, really sucks. So it'll be nice to kind of revitalize the Discord again. posting stuff because, I mean, before I moved, and I mean a little bit like a couple months before I moved, like at the start of 2021, we had some pretty ambitious goals, and by the end of this year, I'd like to be kind of where we were going. I want to be heading towards those goals again, of going towards Discord partner, of going towards, I think our goal was 30 to 50 concurrent viewers because we were having really great numbers when we were doing DVD. And I'd like to get back to that, and I'd like to start barreling through content again, because I said it a couple months ago on Twitter. Hopper's moving. He's moving. Oh, itchy chin. Oh my goodness. He's probably going for some water. I said it a couple months ago on Twitter. I deeply regret a lot of things that happened in the last year and about 2 years now almost. And so not necessarily like saying I'm making up for lost time, but learning what I wanted out of being extremely lost was wonderful. And although, you know, like I said, there's a lot of things I regret, I also am not necessarily like, because I've you know, we always think like, I wish this never happened. I wish that never happened. I wish I never did this. I wish I never did that. We think about that a lot. And at the end of the day, I don't necessarily think that about the last 2 years, because it has put me in where I am now, which is, you know, happiest I've ever been and genuinely excited for the future. And not saying I'm making up for lost time, saying more so, I genuinely have the energy and the excitement that I was feeling when I started streaming in 2020. And I want to be back there, because that was November of 2020 was when we started streaming. And that's when, not when I started streaming, but November of 2020 is when a lot of y'all joined in and tuned in and became part of our community. And that was late 2020 was when I felt genuinely established as a content creator. Doodlefay, hello, how are you doing? Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you. How are you? Is that your first time chatting? Because I feel like you've chatted before, but it might be because it's like the new name and rebrand. I don't know, but yeah, it says first time. So I'm like, well, I'm wondering because there was a couple other people I thought I saw that, but dude, I don't know. I don't fucking know. And then also I know there's like, so I'm able to change our founder badges, aren't I? I tried to look into that, but I don't know. I don't know where to do it. Because I know I'd like to, because most of my founders were people who briefly watched my stream. I think, so for those who don't know, the first time, not the first time I ever streamed, but the first time I ever kind of, what I'll call my official start to streaming was an official live stream with the Rare Sea of Thieves devs, because that's when I started streaming. I went to TwitchCon, I met some of them, the devs liked me enough to want to have me on their stream the day after TwitchCon, and I said, okay, sure. And so that was like my first actual stream that I became an affiliate, because I came an affiliate the day after that. Or a couple days after that, because I needed a certain amount of days. But that was my first stream, and most of those subs were like gifted as like a general, you know, I was on a live stream with hundreds of viewers, so most of the subs were just people who just kind of like came into my channel and just like received it. So yeah, yeah. Not many people do. I had streamed before that. I had actually streamed DVD before that a little bit with a couple friends, and it was like, you can see, like, if you go into my clips, there's like 1 or 2 clips of me doing some of my, like, it shows like that I've always been kind of decent at DVD. Some of my earliest clips, some of, like, literally my oldest clips are DVD me looping and doing like 360s on like Freddy and stuff. They're extremely loud because I had a horrible audio setup, and I was in high school, so I was like super loud, but I freaked out over like everything. So like I like did like one like crappy 360. And you can also, like, the funny thing about those clips is it's the old movement. So you, like, the spins, like when you 360, like the way you used to 360, you used to go like, and you like fucking spin like a Beyblade. I try to be humble, okay, Kayla? I try to be humble about it. Yeah, so I those are like my oldest clips, but I don't necessarily count that as like my actual like introduction to streaming, because that was just kind of me like turning on the button just to kind of mess around with friends and have a like footage of it. So yeah, some of those like nurse ones we have are pretty good. I need to go through our clips and maybe like put together like a channel trailer or maybe some new stuff. I don't know. It really does. It really does. But I'm pretty sure I'm going in October. Because I mean, now that I'm in California, it's even closer, which is really nice. You've been editing recently again? Oh, well, I'm glad, because I think the biggest thing is really just getting clips. And that is a big thing just to everybody. Anybody who's watching streams, the more you clip, the better, because even if it's like something that's like just like the stupidest thing, I'd rather have 300 clips of just random things happening than no clips and having to go through a full 4-hour broadcast, because the clips I can at least identify as somebody thought this was funny. So that means it's funny. It's probably funny, right? If somebody thought it was funny, it's gotta be funny. I gotta, maybe. So yeah, the more clips, the better. That's the big thing. Clips make my life a hell of a lot easier. I mean, some people, I'm not necessarily, titling clips is awesome and super great and appreciative. But I'm not as worried about it, because I know I can edit the titles of clips, and sometimes I have, where I've just gone back and I've just boop, 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 boop. So yeah, so clips are the biggest way that you can, help support me making alternate content as well. By DVD strategy, run in a circle, get stuck, get lost, gem ones. Yeah, that's the best strategy, really, when you're playing DVD. There's no real other way to play, unless you're like me and you go for totems. Because last night I was playing with Liz and Silly, and I was full totem build. Yeah, sorry, no bot. You're your own bot. I love that. Yeah, so we were I was doing a full totem build. Well, the thing that always sucks is every time there was no ed, it was always the one game that I got like tunneled out or something. So I always there was like one totem left that I didn't get, and then it was always that one that was the no ed killer. So it was every single time, and I wanted to scream. But yeah, I was doing my full totem build. I was doing small game, I was doing counterforce, inner strength or inner healing. It's inner healing. You can't call it inner strength anymore. Netflix CEO is gonna bust down my door. Inner strength, and then I was using blast mine because I'm a fucking troll, and I love blast mine. It's probably my favorite perk. It is probably that, and counterforce are probably my 2 favorite perks in the game, as well as head on and quick and quiet. Counterforce Blast Mine. Head On, Quick and Quiet. If I could only have 4 perks, it would be those 4 perks. Those would be my 4 perks that I would have forever. If I could never change my perks, those would be the 4 that I'd take with me. little seasoned, but you know, that's how DVD is sometimes. You just get a little seasoned. You just get a little seasoned. And there's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes it's just better to just get a little seasoning, you know? We like to season our chicken here. But I did go against Dredge. I haven't gone against the Ring Killer. I'd like to, but I have not yet. I played on the new maps. I played on the Dredge map, and I played on what's her name? The artist. I actually haven't played against the artist either. I still need to go against the artist. Yes, but I played on the artist map, and I played on the Dredge's map, and I played against Dredge. But I need to play against the Ring Killer, and yeah, I've noticed that. Yeah, so tomorrow, yes, we are streaming again tomorrow. Maybe the same time. What's tomorrow? Thursday? Yes, tomorrow is Thursday. Yeah, I thought it was Friday tomorrow. So yeah, so tomorrow we're gonna do some DVD, and then Friday I might do an evening stream, like late. But tomorrow we'll probably play. We'll probably do 6 again. I'm gonna go for more. Oh my gosh, my voice. I'm so sorry. Did I already play after the huge update? You mean the one that just came out yesterday? Because yes, I had not played before that, actually. I am really sad. I was trying my best to actually get on and play during the anniversary, but I literally didn't have my computer. I didn't have an apartment. I was living in my old bedroom at my parents' house. I couldn't actually play, so I'm really bummed that I missed out the anniversary, because I really wanted to play it and at least get like the charms and stuff. But I didn't, so I'm sad, because you know that never comes back. It's the 6th year. That's over now. So I'm bummed that I won't be able to get those, but it's okay. It's fine. I'm just gonna be forever regretting it. Yeah. So I did play the new update. My first day playing was yesterday. I wish I had actually played a little bit earlier, because I realized all of my characters were at almost Prestige 1. All my survivors were at level 40. And if I had played just a little bit and gotten them all to Prestige 1, I would have had Prestige 3 on all my characters, because they gave everybody a free 2 prestiges for every level of prestige you had. So I regret that, but I was tired, so I needed to sleep. And then what's the other thing? Yeah, so like my Steve is like Prestige 10 now, because he was 9, and then I prestiged him again. So yeah, I have Prestige 10 Steve. Oh yeah, I'm not bummed about, like, you know, I'm just sad that I didn't get to get the anniversary stuff. But it is what it is, and I will partake in them soon. And like I was talking about earlier with goals, another goal that I do have is I would like to be, I would like to try and become a Fog Whisperer by 2023. At least in 2023, I'd like to. So that is something that I am going to strive for. So I'm going to do a lot of DBD YouTube stuff as well. Yeah. So just, you know, like I said, the YouTube stuff is going to be, stream is going to be pretty straightforward. Streams are going to be DBD. Most streams are going to be variety horror. So it's going to be the DBD, the Phasmo, the VHS, the Evil Dead, you know, those kinds of game, the asymmetrical horror, any of the like the new ones that come out, all those, you know, whatever's popular, we're going to play that. We're going to play the asymmetrical horrors, and we're going to do horror stuff a lot of the time because I realize that's what I have the most fun doing. I need to breathe because I'm talking so fast. And then now I don't have all of our Resident Evil stuff saved, sadly, because I didn't keep up because I was when I was doing that's too bad, you don't need your bed. When we were doing Resident Evil streams, I was starting to get very depressed, and so I wasn't saving them like I should have been because I was streaming and then disassociating before and after every stream for the entire day. So it was stream goes on, play the game, stream goes off, done. That was it. That was my life for a couple weeks there. So I don't have our Resident Evil VODs, which I am bummed about, but at the end of the day, I mean, but what I'm trying to say is Resident Evil 4, the remake is coming out, and that we will play on stream. We will play the Resident Evil 4 remake on stream. And then once we play through Resident Evil 4 remake, we might go and do Resident Evil 5 again. We might try and actually go through Resident Evil 5. But I might also just record that, not stream it. I don't know. We'll see. And then, because I still want to do 7 and 8. You know, I'd still like to play Resident Evil 7 and 8. And I have not played 5 or 6. So I'd like to do 5, 6, 7, and 8. But we'll see. That's like just more so me kind of like talking about different content I'd like to do. I might do that as YouTube stuff. I might stream them. I don't know. So I watched a playthrough of 7. But I want to play 8 myself. So I've never watched any 8 stuff. I don't even know like I know the characters and stuff, but I don't know like really what happens in 8 that much. I just know that I don't know the story that much. I just know that the guy from 7 is in it. And tall mommy. Yeah, that's pretty much what I know. But we got a couple things here. The knock knock joke book is still here. So boom. I have kept this with me. This has been one of the things. So I have a little bag. I don't think you can see it. It's behind the wall there. But I have my little bag that I keep like a lot of my emergency stuff, like insulin and things like that, like emergency ones. That I just take that bag with me. I just throw it in my car and leave it in the car for a while when I go places. This has been in there because I was like, oh, I don't want to lose this. So like when I first moved to Oregon, I kept it out and it was just kind of tucked to the side. And then I was like, okay, we're going. Boom, I threw it in my bag. And it just stayed in that bag. And it was always in my bag. So I never lost it. So it always stayed with me. And I wish I had been that way about a couple other things. Because I only have like a few parts. Well, I say I have a few parts of my Scoops Ahoy costume. But I don't know where the actual costume is. I mean so that I know where the hat is. But I think I know where the hat is. Because I haven't actually opened that box yet. So I have to, I gotta find it. Yeah. So, and then I've got the sunglasses coming next week, but those types of frames that like typical like Ray-Ban wafers, they're on back order because everything is like, you know, shortages. So I'm having to wait a little longer to get them, but I was like, nah, it's okay. I can wait. I don't need them. So the Cool Steve Redemption won't do anything right now, except, you know, maybe a pat on the back and a return of your reward points. Because I think Violet can do that, right? I think you can do that. You can return points. So if anyone does that for now, you can. Okay, yeah. If anyone does that for now, we can just return points. Same thing with Monkey Moment, but that's an expensive one. I don't think anybody can afford Monkey Moment yet. Maybe, I don't know. But nothing happens when you do Monkey Moment. Yeah. Monkey Moment is 100,000, but it's a fun idea, and when it's done and it's ready, you'll see. And then I have a couple more reward stuff that I'm gonna add. Yeah, we've got a lot of reward stuff that we're gonna throw in. You had 100K, you spent them all. Yep. I don't think I changed, because I know we have it set to you get a lot more points than like most channels, because it's like, it's a fun thing and I like to let people do it, because it's not, ours are fun most of the time. You know, we got some in Poggies and things like that. Poggies is staying. Poggies still, he still makes his adventure across the front. He's one of the few old graphics I've kept. Otherwise, most have just gone in the bin. So yeah, we've got Poggies, and so also, so emotes. That is another thing I want to talk about. Emotes. Scoops Ahoy Steve is staying. Our lovely Scoopy emotes. I love them so much. We're not getting rid of. I actually have a few emote slots that I might make a few. I intend to message the artist, probably with what y'all gave me in subs today. Is probably going to go directly right back into stream, because that's always what I've done with the stream. Most of the money you guys have given me from stream is just gone right back into it. It's gone into something on my setup, or because the first thing went into this. It went into you. It went into the camera. That was the first thing I bought with one of my first bigger Twitch paychecks. Was the camera I have. That and like the little cam link and stuff like that. And then I still have my light. Right. It's a little bright right now. I don't need it because my natural. I've set up my my camera. I set it up earlier and made it look really nice, which I'm really happy with how it looks. It looks good with just my natural light. I don't necessarily need my cam light. I was in a really dark room with my old stuff, so that's why I had that light. But I have the camera, the light set up, so if I do a late night stream, because I do want to stream, I need to breathe. I'm forgetting to breathe because I keep talking, and I'm actually starting to like suffocate myself. Yes, so I use my natural lighting, but what I want to say is streams are going to most likely be later. For the most part, I'd like to stream in I really do like the 6 o'clock starting time, because it's when the sun's starting to go down. It's when it's cooling down, and we just can and Hopper's calm too, because, you know, he's had some fun and he's chased flies and we've gone out and all that stuff. So yeah, I've been, the most talking I've done is to my dog, and, you know, that's not much. So I was alone for 6 months. If I stream at 6, you'll have someone to play with. Oh, okay. I want to try and one thing that so before 2020, so 2020, at the end of 2020 was probably the height of my streaming, where I was at my best place mentally and like metric wise as well, I guess. Pacific. I'm always going to go by Pacific because I am on the westy bestie coasty. well, 9 p.m. is my bedtime too most of the time. But I just like the evening. I feel like there's a lot of people in our community who were always like 1 was too early, but there was also some who said 1 was too late. So I don't know if I'll ever stream that early again, because that's kind of the middle of the day. It was easier to stream at 1 because I was staying at home, because it was the height of COVID. So it was easier to just stay home and stream in the middle of the day, because, you know, I'd wake up at 9, I'd do my morning stuff, and then it'd be noon, and I'd do some stream stuff, and then I'd stream. And then I'd stream, and then I'd have dinner, and then I'd hang out on my computer with friends till bedtime. And that was my routine, and that's why I would stream at 1. But I have stuff I do in the daytime, and I'm a bit busier than I was, so I need to kind of plan accordingly. But for now, streams are probably going to be at 6, but that's not an official schedule, because I have other things that I need to schedule around. Well, other things that need to be scheduled, and then stream will be scheduled around those things. So that'll all be determined. But like I said, there's going to be more than streams. YouTube stuff, you know, my socials in general are going to have stuff too. My Twitter, Discord's going to have stuff, because I have a lot of goals. And again, today I felt a little jumbled about what I'm talking about, because I'm all over the place. Different trains of thoughts jumping me from point to point. But there's a lot of content I wish to make. So if you can't make it for a stream, it's not necessarily the end of the world, because I want to have a very large YouTube library. I want to have VODs downloaded and saved. I intend to upload VODs. That's another thing I should say. VODs stay persistent for 3 months, I think, is what it is. And then they delete them on Twitch, which I think is the silliest thing. I think they should just be there, and you should be able to like name them and like have them. But yeah, so I'm not going to rush into a schedule. For now, streams are going to be a little sporadic. There might be times where I won't stream for a week because I need to do stuff and I need to focus on something. Because right now, I just wanted to... This stream and then like tomorrow and then probably next week and this weekend and just here and there was just kind of me dipping my pinky toe back into content creation, because it is important to me. And yeah, it's important to me, and y'all are important to me. And I wanted to come in and be like, yes, we're here. We're coming back with full force. We're taking the content creation by storm here, because I got a lot of stuff I want to do. I got a lot of goals I want to achieve. And I got a lot of goals. The big thing for me is I have a lot of goals that I want to accomplish. And as we get closer to actually having a consistency here and, you know, proper metrics again to scale things, I'll kind of fill you in on more of those, because I talked about it briefly saying, you know, I want to get to this many viewers again. I want to get to, you know, one day I'd like to be Discord partner. I'd like to get Fog Whisper, all these things. That's a lot, you know, just first stream back in, you know, 300 days saying, yeah, I'm going to do all these things. No, it's more so saying like, I'd like to be able to do those. All right. Good night, Kayla. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate you stopping in. It means a lot to me. Thank you. Have a wonderful night. Good night. Yeah. So there's a lot to accomplish, and there's a lot I want to accomplish, and there's a lot that I put my mind to, and I know I can accomplish. And as I was saying, once we have a consistency here and some metrics to kind of build off of, believing in myself took a lot of effort. Trust me. I had to be completely torn down too. Nothing but boots, like in a cartoon where there's like smoke coming out of them. Yeah, that was me. 6 months ago. So here we are now. Yeah. So we're just building back up. And what's really nice is I have all of you to, go on this journey with. And it's nice not having to start from scratch. It's not like I lost everything, it's nice to be back, to be able to kind of pick up where we left off and come back, better and stronger and faster. And yeah, and we're gonna take things by storm. And one of those trails that train just came back to the station. I was saying earlier, back in December 2020, it was like the height of my streaming metrics and just me enjoying in my community, and it was when I really felt established as a content creator. Right? It has been so great just being able to see everybody and see everyone who just, especially like when I just hit the button and everyone was just in chat, just so excited. That was just warms my heart. Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is most people who are in the stream, who were in stream before I moved and who are in stream today, were people who joined in November, December, January. Those 3 months were the height of our streams. Those were our peaks. That's when we almost had 50 concurrent viewers. January, I believe. But a big thing that really helped me there was I was going outside my bubble a lot, and I'm really bad, and I was really bad. It's something that I still have to kind of, force myself to be better at, but is reaching out to people and to make content together, because I have always felt when it comes to content creation, because I am, I'm the little guy. I don't got my purple check mark. I'm just, I always saw myself as I am this person's friend. That is what I am known as. And that is, people know me as that. And in December, I got out of that and I was able to, and so that was why I was afraid to message people, because I always saw it as, I want to play with this person, not because I think they're, cool and interesting and I want to be their friend. It's they want to, they'll think that I want to use them for a gain, gain something out of playing with them. When that has never been the case. I've always just been like, I just want to play games with cool people. And yeah, imposter syndrome. And so I've always been, it's very difficult to reach out, even to people who I know and have always played with. Sometimes it's just so difficult to be the one to reach out and be like, let's play. And then because I don't do that, then it fades away and stop playing with each other and never talk again. And I feel like that's something that was something that I got really good at not doing, not beating myself up over. And I got really good at reaching out, and I got really good. I formed like 2 or 3 Among Us lobbies, because that was when, Among Us was really popular. I formed like 2 or 3 of those lobbies. And that was forming Among Us lobbies is fucking difficult, because it's 9 people. Oh my God, it is so difficult to form those because all the conflicting schedules, but that's besides the point. What do you call it? that Among Us helped me reach out to people and start forming lobbies and getting better at being like, hey, do you want to do this? Hey, do you want to do this? Do you want to do this? And I just got better at it. And in December 2020, I kind of stopped doing it because I was focusing on something I regret focusing on, and stopped reaching out to people and isolating myself. So I stopped reaching out to people, and the only times I was playing with people on stream, because I still was playing in groups, it was because they had reached out to me. Otherwise, I was completely isolated to, yeah. So that was not good, and it didn't help in a lot of factors in my life. So that's something that I'm going to be better about. Because I know there's people who I played games with beforehand that I want to play games with again, and that's what we're gonna do. So there's gonna be a lot of fun content, and I'm just gonna try and be better about asking people to play games, and I'll try and have squads, and we're just gonna have some good times in all the games we play, because there's a lot of really good asymmetrical horror out right now. We got DVD, we got Evil Dead, we got VHS. It's all over the place. I know it's difficult, Violet, but I've gotten better at it. Especially I was told that I didn't have, these aren't exact words, but I was basically told that I'm not funny, and I'm not good at back and forth with others, and that was from someone who was very important to me at the time, and so that really fucked with me, and made it difficult to see myself doing content creation again. But then I realized, fuck them and fuck that, and yeah. So then I realized I'm fucking hilarious, and I made some really fun stuff, and I want to make more fun stuff. And I feel like a big thing about me moving back and moving away and then moving back is I feel like my content got cut short. And I'm glad to be back, because I feel like now I can dive headfirst back into where I wanted to be, and where I'm going to go, because, only way forward's up from here. Let's do it, I mean, we had some great content that we have made in DVD, in everything. Tropic, oh my goodness, how are you? 19 months. Oh my goodness, how are you? Oh my gosh. But yeah, we haven't been very good on all of our alerts. Tomorrow, once the actual alerts are up and running, I'm probably gonna rerun them all, and we'll do and we'll chit chat, and I'll show off all our new sound alerts and whatnot. So yeah, and the bot will be tomorrow too. I'm gonna try and get the bot done tomorrow. So that is something that I think I need to make an account, a new bot, because I think we still have our cosmic bot, but honestly, that might still be fun. It might be fun. I don't know. I'm gonna I don't know if anybody has any good ideas for a bot name. Let me know. Right? Yeah, seriously, go follow BD's, and he does some amazing amazing DJ streams. The Poggy spot. That's a good one. I'll usually I like to when he's streaming, I put it on in the background. Just some good tunes, amazing tunes. Just great to have when I'm working on stuff. Always fun. Definitely. Go over there. Give him a follow. Yeah, it's nice over there. It's a good time. Let's see, what else is there to talk about? We've been going for 2 hours. And I also have, he's playing with a ball back there. What a goofball. I have my, get it. Everything's a little precarious over here. I do have this still. I need to set it up. Put my Switch on it. Because, I mean, there's other Switch games, not just Animal Crossing, that I fully intend to stream. Or at least just make videos on. So, I'm going to make Switch content. And then I might make some content on my PlayStation as well. Once it's set up. Because it'll be right there. And I might be able to plug it in and do, because I have a couple games on there that I play that I enjoy, and I might do PlayStation content, but they're not that, like, I play Red Dead Online and Spider-Man. That's pretty much what I play on PlayStation. So I don't yeah, that's about the extent of my PlayStation games. So there's not much there for me to stream necessarily. But I would also like to do some IRL stuff. That would be pretty fun. I do have a cool kitchen. I could do a cooking stream. I'd like to do some baking stuff. At least some videos I could do. I know that I need to. So a big thing that I know I need to do. I am such a boomer. But I am the worst when it comes to TikTok. But I would not. I mean, I never even considered doing a TikTok edit for my clips before I moved. I never even considered it. I knew TikTok was a thing, but I never considered it. And it was really starting to get... most people started offering, like, oh, I'll edit your videos for TikTok, and stuff like that was starting to really get offered when I was streaming before. And it was never something that I even considered doing, because I was like, fuck TikTok, dude. Fuck that. But now I see some of the engagement people get on it and the growth they get from TikTok, and it's just like, fuck. There's no way you're not going to grow without it. A lot of the time, it's a big platform, so I'm just going to, I know you can, I know how to edit videos, so I'm just going to, that's your bed. You don't do that. Yeah, so there's going to be TikTok too. That's another thing. A lot of the YouTube stuff will probably be on TikTok as well, at least like shorter variations of it, because it's, it's what you need for growth. So we'll do that. But clips are really good for yeah. I know how to do editing. I'm trying to think if there's anything else, like, graphic wise to talk about. I want to make I just put my little logo on the Discord for now. But I might make something for it specifically. Also, I just called it Wyatt's Arcade. Because it was the Cremunity before. But we don't really have a like a name dedicated for our community. So if we do figure something out, if we think of something in the next, you know, whenever, we'll probably change that too. Green flapper. No. Oh my god. That's horrible. That's horrible. Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh, I'd like to do just more fun stuff too, like just in stream, just more, you know, more goofing around. We're gonna have some more goofs. We're gonna have a lot more goofs than gaffs. Lots of goofs and gaffs and laughs. So like I said, I'm going to add, right now we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 reward points for the tokens. I'd like to get at least another 10 things made. I have quite a few ideas, and I think, you know, one thing I'm going to do on the Discord right now, I'm going to add a new chat, suggestions, and if y'all have any ideas for anything, for stream, for channel redemptions, for emotes, for points, whatever, just throw it in there, because feedback is awesome and it helps me kind of guide through some of this stuff. Now, one thing I wanted to do, we have like 5 or 6 free emote slots, because like the actual like free ones, the follower emotes, that can only be used in our channel. I was thinking of using 2 of them for Scoops Ahoy. I have an idea that I'd like to do. I don't want to reveal it because you'll see when I actually commission our emote artist, which I will do, like I said, after like probably when we get our first Twitch payroll back. I'm going to reinvest that right back into stream and get some emotes purchased from our lovely artist Sophie Ivers, because she did all our scoops, and I have an idea for a couple more that I'd like to do. And then I want to get, we have like 5 animated emote slots, so I'll probably need more scoops because I want to do those with Scoopies. And then I was thinking for the rest of our free ones, because I think we have 5. So if we use 2 for scoops, for the scoop idea I have, the other 3, or however many, I was thinking we use the Poggy emotes. But I'd like to hear feedback on that first before I commit to that, because I can also just do more scoop emotes, but that does cost money. Whereas Poggies, I can just draw myself because I drew the original Poggies. Granted, he's a trace of an Among Us character, but I did draw him in Illustrator. So, yeah. So I'm thinking that for our free emotes. If not, I'll probably just fill up the rest of our emote slots. I'll probably just fill all our emote slots with scoops. I was also thinking maybe doing some Hopper emotes, because we could do Poggies, or we could do Hopper. I could find an artist, or I could have Sophie do them. But I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. Yes, we are going to keep doing Deebs. So we were talking about it earlier. If you get the chance, Tropic, I'd say go watch the VOD at some point, because we just kind of ramble a lot. But yes, Deebs, VHS, Evil Dead streaming content is mostly going to be asymmetrical horror, with just a bit of variety here and there. YouTube content is what I was talking about, Switch and PlayStation, is I'd like to have, my YouTube is really not going to stick to any key thing. My YouTube is going to be, I want to make a video about this game, there's the video about this game. And just, it's going to be everything. Whereas stream is going to kind of be consistent in what we do, because there's certain things I enjoy doing streaming and there's certain things that I don't. I really enjoyed when we played Resident Evil, but Resident Evil was hard to stream at times because some points got really slow. And there would be points, there'd be like hour stretches where nothing happened. And that was, I mean, it's not, obviously I'm not the most metric oriented person, but seeing the numbers to a Resident Evil stream to a DVD stream was night and day. So it just it's less saying like, oh, because my metrics were bad I don't want to do it. It's more saying it's difficult for me to do it because I get bored. Stream obviously gets bored. It's just, we'll find something, you know, let's keep with the high-paced, fast action, fun, asymmetrical horror screaming, you know? Oh, your Discord notice didn't ping because you were on your computer? It's okay. It's okay. You're here now. You're here now, and I'm so glad you're here. Yeah. And so we're going to have lots of content coming tomorrow. We are going to stream Deebs. It's gonna be a good time. And then yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I'd like to talk about before like call it a night, because we've been going for almost 2.5 hours, and I want to get my dresser behind me, or this entertainment center, unpacked, unwrap my chair. I want to start getting the alerts set up, all that kind of stuff, you know? What do I think of some of the perk changes? So for the most part, I kind of went into Deeb's blind. I'm kind of learning as I go again, because that's always how I've been. You got any specific perks to ask about? Because I don't fucking know shit. I know Dead Hard is different. I actually quite like the change to Dead Hard. I know a lot of people don't. I stopped using Dead Hard a long time ago. I used to be an avid Dead Hard user, but they have a live softed it, and I think it's better as a live soft. Yeah, I kind of like the change because it makes it a bit more skill orientated rather than just zippy zappy. I also like it because you don't need to rely on, I wish the little time frame, the time frame between it was a little bit bigger, of the Dead Hard, the Dead Hard endurance you get, because I've always said Dead Hard, because of the latency issues, Dead Hard should be based on not like on getting, like, it should give you a slight defense if you dodge, because most of the time you dodge, but sometimes you still get hit because the game's silly. So I really like the change. I just wish the time frame was a little longer. Oh yeah, and we'll go through perks tomorrow, like as we're playing and whatnot. Also, it's funny, I don't really remember a lot of the perk names, so I'll be kind of lost when I'm trying to talk about something. You will hear some funny fucking names that I'm coming up with, because I'll be calling shit random shit, you know. The Iron Will change, I don't really understand. It's kind of dumb that they changed it. I don't think it needed to change. But I'm also was never an Iron Will user, so I can't say that I care. At first, I was pissed because I thought they removed the ability to not scream, but I realized that was a different perk. I'm thinking Calm Spirit, because Calm Spirit is one of my favorites. Removes the ability to scream. Noed. What did they change to Noed? I don't know what they changed to Noed, but I didn't notice anything. Oh, is that the one that can relight? Can you relight it on a totem now or something? Is that what it is? I don't know. Couldn't tell if it was a killer sided update or I was just playing poorly. I don't know. I also think my MMR is a little low because I haven't really like actively played, so I don't really have like MMR. So no totem has an aura within a certain. Oh. I don't really care. I already use counterforce, so it's not like your totem's ever gonna fucking activate because it's gonna be fucking gone. So I don't really care about that. But also I think that's kind of good because Noed is a little of a pain to deal with if you don't have somebody who's like an active totem goblin like I am. So it's a nice thing to do because by the time you realize they have Noed, if you weren't randomly walking and stumbled upon it, and the killer manages to get value out of Noed, they still got, and they get somebody down, they still manage to get value out of it, then I think that's still a win for the killer, and then the survivors can continue to attempt to play and rescue their friends without having to worry about the one hit down situation. So I think it's a good change. I kind of like that. I really actually kind of do. It gives people who don't run a totem build the chance to be cleansed. So like it's a good trade-off of, okay, this killer got one or maybe even two people down with their Noed, so they got great value out of their perk. Now the survivor who's walking around looking for it, oh, there's the aura, they cleanse it. Now they can go. Now the other two survivors, if there's two left, can go for those rescues without having to just go instant down. They can risk a health state. They can use a health state as a defense. So I think that's a pretty good change for Noed. I quite like that. I know they changed BT because BT is just base kit now. I have to read up on the perks, and we'll go over a lot of the perks tomorrow. But I think that's really everything that I really wanted to talk about today. Because like I said, today was just chit-chatting and drinking water. Because I got to make dinner still. And I want to get this unwrapped. It's nice to have a mouse pad, though. That's really nice. And I want to start working on the... look at that little flippy pip of hair there. Bloop. Yeah. I don't do my hair anymore. I just kind of let it exist because it looks fucking great, doesn't it? Yeah, it does. Oh. Is that you meaning you've been cooking the whole time? That's nice. That's nice. Yeah, I need to I got some veggies and stuff that I'm gonna saute and make a really good veggie salad. So I'm excited. It'll be good. I got some avocado too. Some onion. It'll be really, really good. I'm excited. Hopper's licking his footy. You've been rafting it up. Raft, I always like to have a stream open in the back when I'm rafting too. It's a nice... Raft is great, but Raft can also be really slow at times. But it's kind of the same issue with like Sea of Thieves. There's too much empty time sometimes in an open world, like where you gotta go from place to place in long distances in a slow vehicle. So sometimes it's nice to just have a little background noise to focus on. So yeah, I'm really glad to be back, and I cannot wait for what's to come. I don't know if there's anything else really like to show y'all with our overlays and stuff. I think we showed the away one. There's the transition again. This is our Be Right Back one. And then this is our gameplay one. So here's my itty bitty camera. Yeah, this is my teeny tiny one. I might shrink that logo down a little bit. You're okay, Hopper. Someone was running down the hallway, I think, so he's a little spooked. Yeah, so these are our overlays. And then this is the camera one. And then y'all, and then here's, well, let's swap to this one. Here's the ending one. Yeah. Today was really fun. My feet hurt because I've been standing the whole time. But I love my desk and I love having a stand. I love the ability to stand because I never liked sitting. I always feel like when I would stream, I always hated sitting and streaming because I always felt kind of like locked in. I didn't like that. So having the ability to stand and move around and kind of, you know, jump if I need to. We can. I'm not gonna rate anyone because one, I don't really know anybody's schedules. I don't know. It's just I'm not going to today because we weren't really doing anything. Also, yeah, I'm not going to today. So y'all, I am so glad to be back streaming. Also, I think the quality was good today, right, on stream because we have fiber internet and I set the bitrate to like the highest I could. And I don't think we had any issues. I don't have any dropped frames or anything. And I think we were pretty on top of a delay. I don't think there was like any delay. Yeah, quality was really good. I noticed no issues, which was awesome that there was no technical issues. But for everybody who is hanging out, I would do like my little like, I think these are just, yeah, see, these are just the buttons. I don't have the links for these available yet, but the bot will be fixed tomorrow. I would say follow Discord, follow Twitter, join Discord, but I don't. Everything's broken. Everything needs to be fixed. And I just said we had no technical issues, but these were things I hadn't really done yet, so it's different. You know, it's different. But there it is. Thank you, Violet. Everyone, have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you. There'll be an announcement tomorrow morning about when we're going live. So if you want, just stay tuned and I'll see y'all tomorrow. Thanks for hanging out. Bye-bye.